So Robbie, we've had to wait to come back to the ground to conduct your post-match interview because of some of the language that was thrown your way at the end of the game. But just reflecting on the 90th minute winner from Duffs, how do you assess the game as a whole?
First and foremost, I want to pay tribute to the travelling fans who were outstanding, amazing, 3.5 hour journey to be there in their number to support that team. Credit to them wherever they go. We've got the best supporters, in non-league in my eyes. Over 3,000 last weekend in the snow, the volunteers, and then for the supporters to travel up there and conduct themselves the way they did is a credit to our football club and to each individual. So I want to thank them. Without them, we can't achieve what we want to achieve. And I want to pay tribute to my team, my management team, my staff, and my players. Not just the 16 but the 19 who travelled today. We're all in it together. I said the substitutions would have a huge impact in the game, and when you name a team, some lads are disappointed they're not on the 11, but you look at games, you look at game plans, you're thinking, how can we change the game with half an hour to go to have finishers coming onto the pitch? So we don't call them substitutions, we call them starters and finishers, and the finishers won us the game today. So we're absolutely delighted. It was a credit to the group that we've won the game, and yeah, we're absolutely delighted, and there's no better way to win a game. The long bus journey there, the last minute winner, you've seen the camaraderie together this after the game on the bus. Duffy's on fire. Each and every one of them deserve huge credit.
As you mentioned, obviously doing this interview now has given us the chance to savour those scenes on the bus as a group, all together, but obviously as a whole you can't get better than the 90th minute winner, can you?
No, you can't, and they give everything. Teams do give everything against us. I just, if teams play like that every week, they wouldn't be, in the bottom half of the table. They'd be up there at the top. If you can play like that every week, credit to them. They give everything. There was a few tired legs at the end, but inevitably, tactically in that second half, won us the game. We changed. Teams have to adapt against us. If they can't, it's not our problem. We adapted well. I thought they had a very, very good game plan. First half, not much in it. We hit the inside of the post, got in the final third numerous times, couldn't find that final pass, which we do a lot. And then second half, I think other than the shot that hit the post, wonderful save from Max. They had a little spell of pressure, but I think Max has made 2 saves. To be fair, their keeper didn't make many saves either. Runes went through, could have scored, but I think in the second half, if you look at possession and territory, I think they hardly got in our half. So again, credit to them. They had a right goal, but again, that's why we've got such a good squad. We train 2 mornings a week. We train 2 hours on a Tuesday morning, 2 hours on a Thursday morning. I just hope people start doing their research a little bit more instead of throwing the full-time thing around. And that's credit to us. That's credit to that group that people think we're full-time because of the patterns, because of the energy, because of the work rate, because of the effort, because of the desire. I hope people think we're full-time. But if you're playing against opposition, do your research and look at them. Knowing how they can change games, how we can change games from a 3-4-1-2 to a 4-2-3-1. And if you look at the goal, it starts from a free kick in our left-hand corner, gets played across, gets players into Dorse. Rune starts it, goes into the middle of the park. They're retreating. I don't think they've got much to give left because they've given everything. Ball gets into Rune. Sean Etaluku, come on, drops into a lovely little space, and then Kenji goes on the outside, and that's the 4-2-3-1. Duffs was the 10. Sean with a lovely little ball, a wonderful cross from Kenji, and then Duffs in the 10. No detract him, and he's volleyed it in. So again, tactically, we were very, very good today. And yes, teams keep going, but inevitably, a game lasts 96 minutes today. We scored the 90th, and when people say, well, we did well, we had a game plan. Well, the game plan didn't work. We won the game 1-0 and 3 points on the road. So again, Workington, as a football club, the people behind the scenes are brilliant. I was in the boardroom before the game having photos with sponsors, with their fans, youngsters, signing autographs, all in great spirit. And then, as you mentioned at the start of the interview, unsavoury scenes, the abuse levelled at me throughout the game, to one point where there was individuals, who I believe had a lot to drink, heard abuse of me from a yard away. Being able to stay in that position for a considerable amount of time, that's not acceptable. Again, people expect me to take it. I do, and the best way you can have the last laugh is by scoring a 90th minute winner, which I'm absolutely thrilled, delighted about. And it's a huge win. It's a huge win, 15 points clear. Again, people will say about the budget, which is it gets boring. What big budgets can't buy? Yes, it can buy your top quality players at any level. Recruitment has to be right. Our recruitment's been unbelievable, and what it can't get you is those scenes at the end, in the dressing room, on the bus, the togetherness, the desire, the team spirit. And listen, any level of football, big budgets will be at the top of the league. If you look at the Premier League, look at the Championship, if you look at the budgets, the majority of teams with the biggest budget usually finish where your budget says. So again, yes, we've got one of the biggest budgets in the league, if not the biggest. But people throw that out. It's the big budget. It's full time. Listen, again, we smile, we get on with it. We know what we are. We know we're a fantastic football club with amazing support. We know we're together. We know it's going to be tough. And I just wish every team plays like they do against us, against every other team in the league. Because if they did, they'd be up there all the time like we are. Because we've got the desire and the attitude. We know that's going to happen. Mikulov were brilliant in midweek. Brilliant. I haven't seen the result yet. But I can bet you that, it would have taken it out of them today. I don't know the score. Again, teams when they play against us, yes, be brilliant against Mac. Be brilliant. Do it every week. Do it every week. So again, I'd like to thank all the travelling supporters and Workington, behind the scenes, good people. Give us a good welcome. We'll give them a great welcome when they come in. I'm looking forward to that game. Once again. And it's 3 points. We move on. And what a game it is on Saturday against Alty. We'll do a preview of that in the week, Ben. But I want to say thank you. I always say my thank yous every single week. We've had a lot of adversity this week at the football club. And what people don't see, that me and my staff, must have been 12, 13 of us, this morning, 8 o'clock, putting the skips on, the bibs, the cones, the balls, everything that contributes to a match day. We've all just unpacked the coach now. Listen, that's what non-league football is about. The volunteers, the staff, doing all that. And when you get a win, it makes it even more sweeter. And that win there is really enjoyable and really nice. So again, thank you to everybody involved today, because 3 points on the road at a tough place is absolutely delightful.
And just finally, I'm just conscious it's already about 8 minutes, but you alluded to letting us do our talking on the pitch. It's now 19 league games. We've got to 50 points. But obviously we take a break, as you mentioned. Alty next, big game for the Silverman fans.
Yeah, it is. 50 points is quite remarkable. Listen, I would love to have had, was it 19 games? Is that 19 games? I would love to have had 57 points, but we haven't. Credit Mikulova, Hyde and Ilkeston for taking points off us. You're a good team if you take points off us. You have to keep going till the end, the very end. Not 91, 92, the very end, because we score a lot of late goals. But we take that togetherness and that team spirit, which people have said we haven't got in the last season at times, but we did. Nobody's seen the team spirit last season, because the managers here previously had a great team spirit. We just fell at the final hurdle because we lost against a better team on the day. So again, we take the FA Trophy very seriously. Got to the semi-final last year. The fans, I know we sold 1,050 tickets. We've asked for 400 more. Hopefully, after conversation with the police and the authorities, that we may be giving them. Altrincham are doing all they can to get us those tickets. We'll go there in a great position. I think up until today they were 7th in the playoff position. Beat York, top of the league 3-0. We know it's going to be a great occasion for the fans, for their fans, for the staff. Listen, we go there with a huge belief. I'll get the Veals, all the huddles, or whatever system they put their games out on. I watch them, and we'll come up with a plan. But they'll have a plan for us, because we're a very, very, very good team. And can't wait. I'll do a preview in the week. And today, the scenes at the end on the bus. That's what football's about. That's what non-league football's about. That's what football's about. Last minute winners, camaraderie, togetherness, and do you know what? Having the last laugh, because the day was nice.